Hello students. So today I am going to discuss with you about the paging concept. So we have already studied about the mapping concept, and the mapping concept is slightly different, and we have already studied about the cache mapping, cache memories mapping functions. So three types of the mapping functions we have studied, in which we have studied about direct mapping, full associative mapping, fully associative mapping, and set associative mapping. The paging concept is totally different. Fine. So paging is different. In the paging concept, we have a memory, we have the cache memory, and basically we divide a process into pages. Okay. So these are page numbers, and these are page numbers I have already mentioned here. This is P, a number is here, is your page number, and the main memory is divided into frame numbers. Okay, so any process P1 is divided into some pages, right? So the size of the page is equal to the size of the main memory. So this is my main memory, this is my one process. So I have divided my process into some bytes. So suppose process size is 4 byte, and there is a page offset of 2 byte. So I can say that 4 divided by 2, it is 2. So total number of pages are 2. So two pages. How can I mention 2 pages? It I can mention by 0 or 1. Try to understand the things. This is my any kind of process. Process is in coding, right? So what we have done, the data of the coding is divided into some data, and the data is defined by a process which is P1, and this process is defined in terms of number of pages, right? So the data is defined in 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0 number byte, 1 number byte, 2 number byte, and 3 number byte. Okay, so if a process is of 4 byte, it may be more. Process size may be more than that of 4 byte, and page size is 2 byte. So page size is 2 byte, and process size is 4 byte. So 4 divided by 2, it will be 2. Number of page will be 2. So size of frame is equal to size of page. So size of frame is this is my size of frame. So size of frame is 2. So you can see that 2 bytes only can be at one frame. You can see here that only 2 bytes can be on a one frame. So any of the frame can have only 2 bytes. So 14, 15, 12, 13, 10, 11, 8, 9, like that. Okay. So next is, that is the thing. If size of frame equal to size of page, means 2 byte in a frame, so equal to 2 byte in a page. So this is not cache memory, students. This is process. I have divided my process into pages, and one page has 2 bytes. Now see, main memory size is 16 byte. This is my, consider that my main memory size is 16 byte. So because my main memory size is 16 byte and my frame size is 2 byte, so I can divide it. So number of frame I will get my number of frames. So 16 divided by 2, it will be 8. So total of 8 frame I can get from here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total 8 frames are there. Okay, assume that my main memory size is 16 byte and frame size is 2 byte. Then I will for calculating the number of the frames, I will have to divide these two things. Then I will get 8, and then these number of 8 are my frame number. Okay. Now what I am doing here, I am considering that this process is in the main memory, and how it can be framed in this memory. This 0 number byte is at this location. So I am free to store this process in this main memory. So this 0 number byte at this location, this 1 number byte at this location, this 2 number byte at this location, 8 means 8 location, and this 3 is at this location. So CPU generally defines a classic logical address. Okay, so that logical address must be converted into the physical address. Okay, now let's see for some more tips. Now here you see that thing which we have to converting the logical address into the physical address, that thing we have to define by means of memory management unit. So now here you see that, so in that case you can see that CPU generated a logical address which is 3. So here you can see that 3 is my logical address, and my memory management unit is there. This is my memory management unit. It is converting it into 9, right? How it is converting, I will tell you. Firstly, let's see if it is required 3 number byte. So 3 number byte is there, right? So 0, it is 1 1. It is 1 1 and it is a 3 number byte in a process. Okay, so now see page table. How can I make my page table? So you know that just now I have told you about 1 1, which is my logical address. So first one is my page number. This is my page number, and this is my byte number, because we have only 2 bytes. So 2 byte can be accessed by 0 or 1. So 2 byte can be accessed by 0 or 1. So in that case, what will we do? We need only 1 byte, 1 bit for accessing my 2 bytes. So that is 1, which is my second byte, and it is your offset also, and first one is my page number. So first one is page number, so 0 1. So this page table is in main memory. Okay, so try to understand some of the things. I am again repeating my things. So one process, there is a one process. This process is divided into pages, and these pages are page number 0 and page number 1, and this divided into some same number of the size, frame size. So next there is a main memory again divided into some frame numbers. Frame numbers are now this process can be stored anywhere in this memory, and CPU is generating logical address. Main memory management unit, which is providing us a physical address. This is my physical address. Now see, I have just told you about the page table, and this page table is also accessed in this main memory, right? It is not anywhere, it is in main memory. It is stored in main memory. Okay, so main page table basically work as a lookup table, and first one I have just told you an example. If my CPU is generating 1 1, so first one is my page number and another one is my offset, right? So page number is 0 1, and this one it means it will have 1 and F4. If it contains F4, means frame number 4 will be targeted. Okay, so it will go to that point, which is a frame number, and then which number of bit? 1 number of bit. So 1 number bit is 3. So this data will be accessed by the CPU. Okay, so here you can see that CPU generates logical address. First is your page number, another is your page offset. That is 1 1 is this is generating 1 1. If CPU generates for 3, it is 1 1. Okay, so logical address is converted into physical address. Physical address can be divided into 2 parts. First, because there is only 1 bit is needed as a page offset, right? Frame offset size, so it is the 1 bit, and remaining bits are for my frame number. So 3 bits are for my frame number. So you can see that 8 bits can be used, and 8 frames we need to access. So that is the case. So because now we're using this page table, you can see that in this page table at page number 1 there is frame number 4. Frame number 4 logical address is 100. So I can say that my frame number is my 100, and this is my frame number 4, and this one is my offset. So at frame number 4, at 1 number byte is my data to be required by the CPU. Okay, so this is paging. Offset of PA and logical address must be same. Now see, that is one of the example. One is your logical address space, it is of 4 gigabyte. Another is my physical address space, it is your 64 megabyte. Page size is 4 kilobyte. Now we require number of pages. How many number of pages are required? Number of frames, how many number of frames are required? Number of entries in page table, how many number of entries are possible in a page table? Size of the page table. So what is the size of the page table? So using that data we will calculate. Our logical address space is 4 gigabyte. So 2 raised power 2, this 4 will be converted into 2 raised power 2. GB is converted into 2 raised power 30. So total is 2 raised to power 32. So my logical address is of 32 bit. Okay, my logical address is of 32 bit. So first, and now how will I come to know that number of how many offset are required? So my 4 kilobyte is of my page size. So my page size is of 4 kilobyte. So 4 kilobyte I can convert it into 2 raised power 12. So number of 12 bits are required for the page offset. Okay, so and the remaining bits are for my page number. Okay, so that's how I am converting my logical address into my logical address space, and that's how I will generate my logical address. Okay, so now next see, number of page are 2 raised power 20. So here you have seen that 2 raised power 20 is my number of page, and physical address space is my 64 megabyte. So 2 raised power 6 multiplied by 2 raised power 20. So from here you can see that 20 bits are required for the page number, and here you can see that number of pages, how many number of pages we have, 2 raised power 20. Okay, so this number of the page we have. Physical address is physical address space is 64 megabyte. 2 raised power 6 multiplied by 2 raised power 20, it is equal to 2 raised power 26. So how will I come to know that what is my physical address space? So 12 bits are for offset and remaining bits are for frame number. Okay, so number of frames, so total number of frames are 2 raised power 14. So number of pages, so here, from here you can see that what are the number of pages, it is 2 raised power 20. Now number of frames, so from here you can understand that what is the number of the frames, it is 2 raised power 14. So number of entries in page table is 2 raised power 20, right? So number of entries in page table, so equal to number of pages. So this you can see that the number of pages you can find. So size of the page table, so what will be the size of the page table? It is 2 raised power 20 and remaining bits are 14, so multiplied by 14. So that is my size of page table. So you can see that here is my frame number, and it is 14 bits are required to define my frame number. Okay, so my address space is from 0 to 2 raised power 20 minus 1. So that's how we can calculate this. So I will tell you in my next lecture about the segmentation. So I will suggest you that to do some of the examples on the base of this paging, so that you will come to know about it. So thank you for this lecture.